Hello everybody, I'm Matt Poole. We're here to talk about Earthworm Jim. Today's subject is Earthworm Jim on Downgrade. Now if you don't know what Downgrade is the show where we take a game and go through the history of it and figure out where is the point or moment or whatever the moment is where it downgraded or spiraled or fell off the face of the earth, fell off the face of the earth or lost his graces with fans. Without further ado, let's get started. Earthworm Jim was released in October 1994. It was a good game, a very good game worth your time. It had simple controls to where everything was interesting. Literally had you to where you could literally use the said character to kill enemies, and also the gun, which was interesting. The boss battles were great. The music was cool. The music was cool, and everything was interesting about it. It literally took side-scrolling platforming and jumps, and literally made you think about it. Literally made you think and do everything in the right way. Like I said, everything about this game was interesting, though everything was not perfect about the game. There are some wrong things about Earthworm Jim, but it was simply corrected in the sequel, which we'll get to later. Now, thing about, like I said before, Earthworm Jim had a span. Before even Earthworm Jim 2 came out, they still was going over the success of Earthworm Jim 1. Earthworm Jim 1 actually got on, well actually if you want to get technical, it did start on the Sega, but eventually they ported over to the SNES. Then it went over to the Sega Saturn. It even got a release on that system, which is very impressive that a game that was released on a second gen console literally got on a third gen console. Pretty impressive in my eyes. The next thing I want to talk about is Earthworm Jim 2, which was a very successful Earthworm Jim game. You see, Earthworm Jim 2 took the concept and rolled with it. It gave you more. It literally gave him a buddy to help him out, which will let you propel down. It also made the platform a little bit more simple, and literally gave you more guns. Expanded upon the first one, literally doubling down on the first one. Still a classic, great game. I highly would recommend it. Guys, this is the point of the video where we literally got to talk about a game that we all know, and we all hate, and we all wish that didn't exist, but it did. On September 26, 1996, the N64 was released to the United States. It really wanted to emphasize on 3D games, which we got. N64 literally had a library of 3D games, literally taking their own mascots, all three of their mascots or their three brands, Metroid, Mario, and Zelda, and literally brought them into the 3D world. Something interesting. There was not one 2D game that I saw on this console. If there is, please point it out to me, because I would like to know there was a 2D game in here, but because I don't see one in here. Also in this same year, you had the PlayStation. The PlayStation was released, and it was a game that not only emphasized 3D, just like the N64, but let users go back to the 2D format, which is interesting because a lot of people love the 2D format. It was something that was interesting, it's something that was great, it was something that really, that's what things Sony did, and I think that's why Sony strived. There was a race between N64 and Sony, but that's the thing, it was a race. On the last episode, we talked about Mega Man. Mega Man X series literally went to, the Mega Man series chose the PlayStation. PlayStation literally used the difference between Capcom could have literally went to Nintendo, and really thank God they didn't go to Nintendo, because it would have been a 3D platforming Mega Man X, which I don't think would work well. PlayStation literally gave them the format and the space to do what they wanted to do, which was 2D. It would have been too scary for them to go into that piece of shit moment, and we would have probably got Mega Man X7 very, very, very early. We went to the N64, but That's the point. But the reason I'm making this point is to point out this. At the time, you know, I really believe you really got to think that the creators of Earthworm Jim literally had a choice. They literally could have went to PlayStation and literally turn out another game. But I guess the whole point and the premise I want to say here is they just couldn't pass up on the point of a challenge and literally just couldn't go with the pun 3D. So with that said, people, in 1999 we got the game that almost everybody, including myself, dread, Earthworm Jim 3D. Oh gosh, this game is shit. It is. It's no getting around it. It's terrible. It's a piece of shit. It sucks. This game literally takes everything that is right, that took everything that was going for it in Earthworm Jim 2 and literally threw it down the damn drain. It was it was not good. The controls were bad. It literally didn't know what it was doing. So like I said, this game already had a lot going against it. A whole shit lot going against it. And it didn't live up to the point. The whole game was weird. I mean, Earthworm Jim get hit in the head and he's going through his villains inside his brain. It was not the best of stories. God, it was weird, freaky, and this game is just too weird and too stupid. I mean, the first boss battle is very, very dumb. I mean, look at it. I mean, you were literally fighting Psycho Cow on a literal pig in a swamp. It sucks. And what the fuck? You're collecting crystals? This game don't know what the fuck I wanted it to be. It really is bad. This game is just no. It just takes everything this game took everything in me to literally try to find a positive in it. When I made the video, let's make it better, and I couldn't find one. It was just that bad. There was no positives. Earthworm Jim 3D was a terrible, terrible game that literally could have sunk the franchise. It was so bad that nobody wanted to play it. It had critics going around saying this is probably the worst, if not the worst, 3D game on the platform. After Earthworm Jim 3D, which my patron Zach told me, there was another game on the Game Boy. Now, the reason why we got to talk about this game is it was a game that was just not good, but it was on Game Boy, which is specs. It was a decent game for the platformer. There were talks of Earthworm Jim 4, but they quickly died down because the popularity of the thing. The thing about Earthworm Jim was Earthworm Jim 1 was a great game. Earthworm Jim 2 was an even better game. Earthworm Jim 3, it's a shitty game. Problem was the fourth game on Game Boy was really hurt by the third game. The one problem with the thing with this is the thing that's wrong with Earthworm Jim 3 is the problem with the Earthworm Jim franchise is it's hindered by one game. I'm gonna get to my final thought. Earthworm Jim is a good game series, and the game series it probably deserves to get a good looking at that. But the problem is the one game that was in there, which is Earthworm Jim 3D, was possibly the downgrade to the series. Thank you, people. Thank you for watching. If you really think that Earthworm Jim 4 should come out, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Also, once again, people, this is my opinion. If you feel like you have reasons for Earthworm Jim's downfall, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll talk with you guys. But anyway, we'll be back to the next episode soon. We'll see you next time. God bless. See you.